Hello students, how are you? Hopefully all of you are good and well and remain so. And today we are going to study about your question answers, chapter number 4, that is industrialization. Reminder is there, beta, this chapter for you only in your periodic test, not for the board exams. So earlier I uploaded 2-3 videos regarding this important dates, terms and story of this chapter. And today I am going to teach you about some important questions of this chapter. Please listen carefully and try to note down these in your portfolio. So first question is, which of the following country is considered to be the first industrial nation of the world? The options are France, Germany, Britain, Italy. Your option number C is the correct answer. Before this answering, you have to revise yourselves also before watching the answer. So next time I will organize your online class regarding this and ask you some questions Viva type. Which of the following countries is considered to be the first industrial nation of the world? France, Germany, Britain, Italy. So option C is the correct answer, that is the Britain, London. Question number second, which of the following city was known as finishing center of the cloth at the time of proto-industrialization? Your options are London, Berlin, Paris, Rome. Your option A is the correct answer, that is London. In Britain, this work was going on. Option A, that is London, is the correct answer. The next question, third, what makes Lancashire the best cotton spinning locality in the world? This is the name of the place in London, right? So why it was best cotton spinning locality in the world? Number 1, A option is nearest to the coal mine. Option B, temperate atmosphere. Option C, humid atmosphere. And option D, abundance of power. So it means C option is the correct answer, because cotton, for the finishing of the cotton we need a humid type of climate, right? That's why option C is the correct answer. Then your next question is question number 4. In which of the following decades, the earliest factories in England came up? जो सबसे पहले फैक्ट्रीज आई थी, ये बेटा तो बड़ी थोड़ी डेलीगेट डिमार्केशन है इसमें तो यू हैव टू राइट. वैसे तो हम मिड 18th सेंचुरी बोल देते हैं, बट here option is 1710 to 20, 1730 to 40, 1740 to 50 and 1740 to 50. So in this way our option B is the correct answer, 1730 to 40. 1730 to 40, option B is the correct answer. Then our question number 5th, that is, who invented the steam engine in 1781? In 1781, steam engine was invented by James Watt. Okay, James Watt. And your options are Newcomen, C. E. Turner, M. Jackson, and option D is James Watt. That is the right answer. And then your 6th question is there. In the first phase of industrialization, the most dynamic industries in Britain were. Metal, coal, cotton, or option D, both A and C. तो here both A and C is the correct answer because we have read in our chapter that metal and cotton were the major, because metal से वहाँ सारी ये industrialization की machines they have made and cotton was the major industry over there. So hopefully dear students you are understanding these objective type questions. Then question number 7. Which of the following companies gradually gained power in 1750 after the decline of Indian merchant trade capacity? इंडियन मर्चेंट ट्रेड कैपेसिटी को डिक्लाइन के बाद कौन सी कंपनीज थी जिन्होंने इंडिया में पावर गेन की थी? राइट, ये थोड़ा सा टिपिकल लग रहा था मुझे, दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव ट्रांसलेटेड इट, अदरवाइज यू नो and I also know that all of you know that first option is Chinese companies, second Russian companies, C option is English company and D option is European companies. So I think you know that the option D is the correct option for this. Option D is correct, no? क्योंकि यूरोपियन कंपनीज आई थी इंडिया में, तो दैट्स वाई वी कंसिडर ऑप्शन डी इज़ द correct answer. So let us move forward. Question number 9. Question number 9. Which of the following two ports grew after the European companies gained power in trade in India? ये कौन सी दो पार्टीज ज़्यादा कंपनीज हमें यहाँ ग्रो हुई थी जो सी पोर्ट थी हमारी? तो ऑप्शन ए इज सूरत एंड हुगली, ऑप्शन बी मद्रास एंड मछलीपट्टनम, ऑप्शन सी बॉम्बे एंड कलकत्ता, ऑप्शन डी कांडला एंड विशाखापट्टनम. देन वी हैव ऑप्शन सी बॉम्बे एंड कोलकाता. यू नो बाय दिस इज देयर because most of the cotton is produced in Surat also, but we take option C Bombay and Kolkata because both the ports are near the sea and these ports are very much suitable for the Britishers for their export, right? दोनों साइड से वो एक्सपोर्ट करना उनको easily available था. That's why these two ports grew when the European companies visited India for their trade and commerce. The next question is question number 10. That is, when was the cotton piece goods production in India doubled? It just got doubled. किस एज में हुई थी? मैं आपको बताती हूँ क्यों भी हुई थी. तो when it was in the age of 1880-90, 1900 to 12, 1819 to 1900, none of these. तो none of these तो है नहीं, राइट? तो 1880 से 90 भी नहीं है, तो बचा हमारे पास ऑप्शन सी एंड बी. तो इसमें भी आप लोगों ने ध्यान रखना है कि 1900 दैट वाज द फेज ऑफ दिस टर्निंग पॉइंट इन दैट इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. तो दैट्स व्हाई दिस प्रोडक्शन इन इंडिया गॉट डबल्ड. And during this time Britishers were here, although previously they were here, but at that time they gave more stress after the invention of spinning jenny and appointing gumastas and all that functions were done by the Britishers in India during that time. And now our question number 11. Who usually help industrialists to get new recruitments in their industries? कि वो industry who help them for getting workers? तो the people who need job and who are already seeking jobs, they were there. तो option A is jobbers, option B is weavers, option C is crocheters and option D is exporters. So here I would like to mention the option A, jobbers. You know this is one mark question is also who were the jobbers. They were working as intermediate among the job seekers and job providers. जो लोग जॉब देते थे और जिनको जॉब की ज़रूरत थी उन दोनों के बीच में ये एक विचोले का काम करते थे, लाइक एज इंटरमीडिएट. तो दैट्स वाई jobber is the right answer. Then our next question is question number 12. Which of the following is not an European managing agency who controlled large sector of Indian industries during the First World War? During the First World War, we have option Bird, Hagglers and Company, Andrew Yule, Yardine Skinner and East India Company. Option D is East India Company. So what do you think which would be the right answer? Answer D is the right answer, because East India Company was their European company who controlled these factory products and all that. So in this way our question number 13. Which one of the most popular means for creating new consumer? भाई कैसे हम न्यू कंज्यूमर क्रिएट करते हैं, दैट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नाउ अ डेज ऑल्सो. in how we can create more consumers, it is by the help of branding, pricing, advertisement, promotion. तो ज़्यादातर we make it advertisement. We advertise our products only, then we can attract the consumers, attract the customers, buyers, so that they can buy our produce. Then question number 14. Which among the industrialists began selling clothes in India labels on bundles? Right? So who were there? Which among the following industrialists began selling clothes in India labels on cloth bundles? क्या लेबल लगाते थे? मैनचेस्टर इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट्स. बी ऑप्शन इज यॉर्कशायर इंडस्ट्रीज, लैंकशायर इंडस्ट्रीज, ग्लासगो इंडस्ट्रीज. तो वेरी नोन टू अस. इफ दे लेबल दिस मेड इन मैनचेस्टर, whatsoever things they import from India, sell at the world level to exporting, that they get it done with the Manchester, made in Manchester, like India's city Ludhiana nowadays, in especially in the field of hosiery clothes, that is known as Manchester of India. So at that time that was written, and very very important and very known to you people also. Question number 15. Which image of God was most commonly used to popularize baby products? So you know that which Lord is presented always in the in his childhood, Ram, Shiva, Krishna or Hanuman. So that is Lord Krishna. So hopefully you are, dear student, you are doing this. Then our question number 16 is also there. In this question I would like to ask you that which one of the following goddesses image was not used on imported cloth level? किसका इमेज नहीं यूज़ किया जाता था? देखो, कृतिका, कार्तिका, सरस्वती, लक्ष्मी और दुर्गा. लक्ष्मी और दुर्गा. तो इन दिस वे Durga's picture was not there, because it is god of power and sometimes in aggression or furious way. That's why I think this is my personal view. And question number 17. In this, by the late 19th century, and manufacturers were printing dash to popularize their products. क्या प्रिंट करते थे to popularize their products? Option A is diaries, option B files, option C calendars, option D clothes. What do they like to produce? Right? तो इसमें क्लोथ्स तो वो करते थे, उनका प्रोडक्शन था. तो उसको पॉपुलराइज करने के लिए वट they want to produce, they were producing calendars along with the images of Indian god and goddesses, and somewhere they tried to hypnotize Indian people with the help of their religious sentiments, right? And question number 18, which one product is being used even by people who could not read? उनके लिए क्या यूज़ किया जाता था? तो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो कैलेंडर, ठीक है, बिकॉज दे कैन नॉट रीड न्यूज़पेपर, मैगजीन्स एंड जर्नल्स. तो ऑप्शन बी इज़ द करेक्ट आंसर. एंड वर going to 19, question number 19. Apart from images of gods, which other figures were commonly used in advertisement? और क्या क्या यूज़ किया जाता था उसमें से? एनिमल्स, नेचर. ऑप्शन सी इज पर्सनेज, emperors and nawabs, and option D is society. So here option C is the correct answer, because through these personages, emperor and nawabs, they want to show their dictatorship. Or nawabs were that time having one sword in their hand and having this aggressive pictures are there. Emperors, how they used to sit in front of the courtiers and implement their policies, and some symbolic personalities, we can say personifications were used, symbols were used by them. Then very last question, what does the age of industries indicate? What does the age of industry indicates? Is it related to economic change? Option B, technological changes. Option C, social changes. Option D, political changes. So hopefully we have seen through the chapter there are different type of machineries, especially coal engine was there, and steam engine was there, then spinning jenny was there. So ultimately we'll go for the answer option B, that is the technological changes. So this is all about for today, dear students. Hopefully you have understood these answers. Please write these answers, note down these answers, and very carefully go for the options and make your practice. Keep on studying. Thank you, students. Bye.